Yep, it's time for some MIAC Conference men's basketball. We've got two very evenly matched teams going toe-to-toe in Moorhead, Minnesota this afternoon. The Concordia Cobbers want to snap their 4-game losing streak, and the Carleton Knights, of course, want to stay in the upper top 3 of the MIAC Conference. Gordy Kosfeld here at the KDHL Sports Microphone from Memorial Fieldhouse. I believe that's what they call this gym on the campus of Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota, where the temperature when I pulled up was 20 degrees. It was 31 when I left my home in Faribault, Minnesota. And, of course, it was about that when I drove by Northfield, too, on my way up here to Concordia College. Our broadcast, a service of Carleton, Amesbury Truth Federated Mutual Insurance, will bring you our halftime report, and we'll have all the statistics at that time. These are the two best, statistically, the two best defensive teams in the MIAC. How do I judge that? I judge it on one statistic only, and that's points allowed. I know some people go, well, it's, field goal percentage. No. It's points allowed, period. Right? The best offensive team in the MIAC is St. John's, averaging about 84 a game. McAllister is next. Gustavus is third, and Carleton is fourth in offense. Concordia comes into this game ranked 8th in offense, and they're averaging just 3.5 points less than Carleton. That tells you how jammed things are in the MIAC. What kind of parity there is in the MIAC conference. That's why it's so fun to cover. The Cobbers are the number 1 defensive team in the MIAC in terms of points allowed, 67.1. And Carleton comes into this game number 2 at 69.1. Now, you can throw some other factors into it too, right? St. John's is the number 1 offense. They're number 5 in defense. They give the other teams more possessions because they score so much, right? I mean, that's kind of a natural thing to think of. In terms of margin, St. John's is winning by an average of 12 points a game. That's best in the league. Gustavus has a 7-point margin. Carleton is third at 4.5, and Concordia is fourth at 3.3. So you can see why I say we have two evenly matched teams here between the Concordia Cobbers and the Carleton Knights. Looking forward to a good one here today. As I said, both these teams like to D it up, and that's ultimately what's going to determine who wins this game is the defense. I'm pretty sure that'll be the number 1 thing. Taking a look at 3-point shooting in the league. McAllister is shooting 41% from 3-point range. That's best in the league. They have made by far the most 3-pointers at 135 through 11 games. In terms of numbers, St. John's is number 2 at 105. Then you've got Gustavus with 93. Gustavus is shooting at 40, just over 40 at about 40.6%, and St. John's is at 38.3%. The Cobbers rank 5th. They have 83 3-point baskets and are shooting 35.2%. Carleton is 10th out of the 11 teams with a 30% shooting percentage and 82 threes made. The threes made puts them right behind Concordia in terms of made threes. That would make them 6th in terms of made threes, but they're 10th out of the 11 teams in 3-point field goal percentage. Opponent 3-point field goal percentage. Bethel is number 1 there. They give up just 29.5%. In terms of number, they also, well, no, they have not given up the fewest. Hamlin has given up the fewest at 68 and 31.5%. Of course, Carleton coming off a win over Hamlin on Wednesday down in Northfield, Minnesota. The final was 81-69. They had 4 guys in double figures. It was really a lot of fun to watch. The Cobbers rank 3rd in opponent 3-point field goal percentage. They've given up 80 in those 11 games, 31.6%. Carleton, again, 33.2% in terms of percentage, ranking 5th. They have allowed 86 3-pointers on the season. So those are some of the statistics there. Taking a look at rebounding. Team rebounds. Carleton has the best rebounding team in the MIAC conference. They're averaging 37.5 rebounds per game. This Concordia team ranks 5th at 34.5. Bethel's second, Augsburg is third, and Gustavus is number 4. Combined opponent rebounds. Cobbers rank 4th at 32.7. Carleton is last. 37.5 combined opponent rebounds, it says here. Team defensive rebounds, Carleton ranks number 3. Concordia ranks number 4. In terms of offensive rebounds, Carleton is now the number 1 offensive team in terms of average. I say that because Augsburg has more, but they've played one more game than Carleton has. Carleton averaging 10.5 offensive rebounds per game. Anytime you get double-digit offensive rebounds in a game, you're working the offensive glass. Augsburg is at 10.3 average, which is number 2 in the league. Concordia ranks number 7 at 8.5. The rebounding margin, I think that's a huge stat myself. Gustavus is number 1 there, followed by Bethel. St. John's is 3rd. Concordia ranks 4th in rebounding margin, and the Carleton Knights are 6th. So a couple of you look at the statistics, and man, oh man, you have got a lot of parity here. Carleton ranks 3rd. Concordia ranks 4th in defensive rebounds. So again, very close on the statistics there. In terms of turnovers, Carleton, one of the best in the nation at not turning the ball over. They're number 1 in turnover margin. They're averaging 9, and they're giving up, they're taking away, I guess you could say, 13. So a 3.82 margin, that's best in the league by far. Nobody even comes close to that. Concordia ranks 9th. They rank 9th. They take away 11.7, and they give up 13.8, so they're in a minus in that category. Assist to turnover ratio, McAllister's number 1. Carleton is number 2 in the assist to turnover ratio. Concordia ranks 7th in that statistic. So that might be the big statistic of this game. Who knows? Turnovers quite often are a determining factor in who wins a hoops game. The Carleton Knights, the Concordia Cobbers, here at Memorial Fieldhouse on the campus of Concordia College in Northfield, Minnesota. When we return, we'll have more information for you. Gordy Kosfeld here at the KDHL Sports Microphone. Today we'll be doing a simulcast for Concordia. Their play-by-play guy is out. He's doing some hockey in the Twin Cities, and I guess his replacement was ill. So your folks listening on the streaming cast of the Concordia side get stuck with the Carleton guy calling the call. So just wanted to let you know that. If it sounds like, I'll try to be as impartial as possible. I always try to be, but we are the Carleton broadcasters, so keep that in mind.
Carleton College is committed to providing a true liberal arts education, a curriculum that challenges students to learn broadly and think deeply. Instead of training for one narrow career path, Carleton students develop the knowledge and skills to succeed in any walk of life. Carleton students learn critical thinking, problem solving, use creativity and effective communication, tools that transform a collection of facts and figures into a way of understanding the world.
Every part counts at Amesbury Truth, and the most important one is the part you'll play when you join their team. As the leading provider of window and door products in North America, Amesbury Truth has a part for you. Right now, they're hiring, and those positions come with competitive wages, benefits, and plenty of opportunities too, so you never stop growing. Isn't it time you open the door to a career at Amesbury Truth? Get details and apply online at atcareers.com or amesburytruth.com/careers.
Back at Memorial Fieldhouse, where the Concordia Cobbers are warming up on the hoop to my left. Down in their white uniforms with maroon trim. They have their gold warm-ups with maroon trim. The C emblazoned across their chest for the Concordia Cobbers. And the Carleton Knights are wearing their road blue and maize. They're navy blue and maize They got their hoodie warm-ups as Carleton has in white and blazing across their chest. Carleton with white numerals, white trim around the arms and the neckline, and the C on the side of their shorts for the Carleton Knights. Tyler Borman is the head coach at Concordia, a 2006 graduate of Concordia. He's in his 4th season as the head coach here. He's done a really nice job developing a really good roster. His assistants are Cade Niehaus, a 2021 Northern Iowa graduate. In his 2nd season, Jackson Lingus, a Concordia graduate from 2018. He's also in his 4th season. The Carleton Knights, of course, in his 2nd year, the reigning MIC Coach of the Year. How many guys have been able to do that in their rookie season? Win Coach of the Year Ryan Kershaw in his 2nd season. He's assisted by Tyler Gray and Steve Knutson, both in their 2nd seasons for the Carleton Knights. After today, let's see here. Looking at the schedule, we go to McAllister on Wednesday, a 7 o'clock tip-off, and next Saturday we'll be at St. Mary's in Winona. So we make the 4-hour, roughly, trip up here to Concordia this Saturday. Next Saturday, we make the 2-hour trip down to Winona. And at the end of the month, we go to St. Scholastica, 2 weeks after the St. Mary's game. So all the longest road trips are in the same month here in January. And, of course, those teams will be coming down to Northfield a bit later on in the season. Now, taking a look around the MIC conference here today. Some other contests have McAllister at St. Mary's. Bethel is at Gustavus. Augsburg travels to Hamlin. And St. John's makes the trip to Duluth to face St. Scholastica. They are all 3 o'clock tip-offs. If we get scores, we'll pass them along to you. Wednesday, these Cobbers are at St. Olaf, so they get back-to-back Northfield schools. As I said, Carleton will be at McAllister. St. John's travels to Bethel. St. Mary's is at Gustavus, and St. Scholastica is at Hamlin. MIC conference standings. St. John's is undefeated. So is Gustavus in the league. 7-0 are the Johnnies. 6-0 are the Gusties. The Johnnies are 9-3 overall, and the Gusties are 7-4 overall on the season. Carleton is third with a 4-2 record. They're 7-4 overall, 4-2 in the conference. The Cobbers are next, tied for 4th with Hamlin and Bethel. All have 3-3 conference marks. The Cobbers are 7-4 overall. Yep, they started the season 7-0. They're on a 4-game losing streak, which is the longest in the league. So they're going to be hungry here today. Hamlin is 5-6 overall. Bethel 6-5 overall on the season. Hamlin has dropped 3 straight. The St. Olafoles also have dropped 3 straight. They're 3-4 in the conference, 4-8 overall on the year. McAllister is 2-4 in league play, 6-5 overall. The Augies are 2-5 in league play, 4-6 overall. St. Scholastica 1-5 in league play, 2-9 overall. And St. Mary's is 1-6 in league play and 2-10 overall on the season. As the public address announcer is just about set to take over the microphone here. Who's leading the league in scoring? Spencer Swanson out of Gustavus, averaging 21.7. Luke Harris from Carleton is number 2 at 21.3. Caleb Williams from McAllister is third at 20.8. Those are the only 3 guys that are over 20 points per game on the season. Matt Banovets ranks 8th in the league in scoring. 8th in the league. Concordia's Matt Johnson is 10th in the league. As the Carleton Knights are lined up in front of their bench, ready for the national anthem. The Cobbers line across the court to my right, and everybody's facing that American flag. And we'll see if we can plug into the PA announcer.
And now it's time to meet the starting lineup for today's game, alternating, starting with the Knights. At forward, a 6'3" junior from Chaska, number 3, Spencer Getz. For the Cobbers at guard, a 6'1" senior from Fergus Falls, number 1, Matt Johnson. For the Knights at guard, a 6'4" senior from New Canaan, number 4, Alex Gibbons. For the Cobbers at guard, a 6'2" junior from Lester Prairie, number 4, Zach Jackson. For the Knights at guard, a 6'1" junior from Piedmont, number 14, Luke Harris. And for the Cobbers at forward, a 6'10" junior from Breckenridge, number 5, Noah Christensen. For the Knights at forward, a 6'5" freshman from Skyline, number 20, Sam Coley. For the Cobbers at forward, a 6'6" junior from Melrose, number 14, Rowan Nelson. For the Knights at forward, a 6'7" senior from Holy Angels, number 25, Matt Benovitz. And for the Cobbers at forward, a 6'6" sophomore from Ashby, number 33, Jacob Cook. For the Knights, assistant coach are Tyler Gray and Steve Gibson, and coach for Carleton.
Now there you have the starting lineups for the Cobbers. It'll be Matt Johnson, a 6'1" senior from Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Zach Jackson, a 6'2" junior from Lester Prairie, Minnesota. Noah Christensen, a 6'10" junior from Campbell, Minnesota, went to Breckenridge High School. Rowan Nelson is a 6'6" junior from Melrose, Minnesota, not too far down the road here. And Jacob Cook is a sophomore, 6'6", from Clitheroe, Minnesota, went to Ashby High School. And for the Carleton Knights, it's Spencer Getz, Alex Gibbons, Luke Harris, Sam Coling, and Matt Banovets. As Coling is in the jumping circle against the 6'10" Christensen. And we'll see as the officials are ready and we're ready to go. The official tosses it in. Cobbers get the basketball right to left on your radio dial. Carleton is left to right. As the Concordia Cobbers have really good spacing on the floor to start this game. The 6'10" Christensen had it for an instant. Now they get it top of the key. Here's a 3 from the left side. It's no good. Rebound taken out by Benovitz. Matt Banovitz gets it to Luke Harris. Right-handed waist-high dribble. Dribbles to his right. Wants to drive baseline. Gets shut off nicely there. Remember, these are the two best defensive teams. Cobbers number 1, Carleton number 2 in terms of points allowed. Harris is at the volleyball attack line. Between the legs dribble. Coling gets it on the left side. Now back out front to Harris, the junior from Piedmont, California, second leading scorer in the league. And a great drive to the basket, and I mean great, by Alex Gibbons. He does a reverse layup and scores. And now a turnover by the Cobbers as Getz gets it. Getz out front to Coling for 3. Bang! He hits it. Big old smile on his face. 5-0 Carleton right out of the gate, and they get 3 points off a turnover. Here's another turnover. As Harris brings it up, Banovitz made the steal. Left side, it's Gibbons. Gibbons wanted to attack. How do you beat a good defense? You beat him down the floor. Getz to the free throw line. Wants to get it to Harris. Harris guarded nicely there. They hand it off to the young Coling, who already has a 3. Gibbons asks for a screen from Coling. Now the pick and roll to Coling. He gets under the basket. He's trapped. Now to Getz. There's 7 seconds on the shot clock. Harris will shoot a 3. It rims out. Rebound is taken down by the Cobbers' Cook, the 6'6" sophomore. A dump off on the block. This time to the 6'10" Christensen, who is trying to back in. He's going to do a little hook shot, score. He's got a little shoulder harness on his left shoulder. And Cobbers get on the board at about the 18-minute mark. 5-2, Carleton leads. Harris hands it off to Coling, the freshman from Michigan. On the right side to Banovitz. Two-hand chest pass Harris. Free throw line extended left Getz. Getz behind him to Gibbons. Dribbles once right. He'll rifle it underneath. Layup Getz is good. Carleton was really good in their interior passing Wednesday against Hamlin. As Concordia brings the ball up the floor, Nelson across court. Here's a 3, top of the key. It rims out. Rebound to 6'10" Christensen. Out rebounded Coling that time, the freshman. That's a load for the freshman, and he's going to be called for a foul here. They're trying to handle the 6'10" Christensen. Coling, remember, is a freshman. He's 6'5". And Christensen is a junior, 6'10". So Coling gets called for the foul. Christensen now has it. They pass it on the left side. Here's another three. This one's no good. So far 0 for 3 from Treyland. Banovitz had the ball. They don't call. He fell down with the ball. They didn't call a travel. They didn't call a tie-up, even though it looked like there might have been one. Harris passes it on the left side. Going left to right again is Carleton. He gets it to Getz at the free throw line. Getz lets Gibbons go through. Gets it back to Harris. Harris dribbles to his right. Gets under the basket. Almost lost his footing. Right under the basket. He just does a little spin move and scores. And Luke Harris is on the board. As with the basketball is Christensen way out front. And we're going to have a foul called here. It's going to be on Alex Gibbons. His first. Chuck Sweat's going to check in for Carleton, and freshman Colding's going to check out. Sitting down for the Cobbers is going to be Jacob Cook. And checking in for the Cobbers is Jackson Logie. He's a 6'9" sophomore from Donnelly, Minnesota. Went to Morris area and Augustana. Pass comes out front. Christensen. They get it on the block. Shots up, and we're going to have a foul called. Wow. Smack dab in the middle of the paint. So Sweat gets called for his first foul. Going to the free throw line is going to be Logver. He's 6'9" sophomore from Donnelly, Minnesota. Wears number 24 on the back of his uniform, and the free throw is no good. Twice off iron. Coach Borman clapping his hand in a catcher squat in front of the Cobber bench. And the second one is good. 9-3, Carleton leads it. 16-10 to go here in the first half. Luke Harris, second leading scorer in the MIC, brings it up. He's getting closer to that 1,000-point mark. They get it on the block. Now Gibbons wants to dribble penetrate. Again, gets shut off as he backs up. Passes it to Getz. Sweat swings it over to Harris. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Harris in the paint, shoots and scores. He is so good in that paint. He just has a myriad of moves. So fun to watch. I like to call him Cool Hand Luke, because he just doesn't seem to get rattled. And teams trying to get physical with him. Pass comes inside. They kick it in the corner. The Cobbers do. Here's a triple left side. Bang. Rowan Nelson hits the triple. The 6'6" junior from Melrose. And it's 11-6. Harris dribble penetrates. To Sweat. Harris to Getz. Back to Harris. Wide open layup. And that was all Coach Borman had to see, that wide open layup. Remember, we told you this Cobber team statistically is the best defensive team in the MIC conference, judging on the only stat that I would choose, points allowed. But Coach Borman doesn't like what he's seeing defensively right now. Carleton 13. Concordia 6. You're listening to MIC Conference Basketball on KDHL.
Carleton College's faculty members are highly respected scholars, researchers, and practitioners in their field. But above all, their first priority is teaching. Every course at Carleton is taught by a professor, not a teaching assistant, and classes small enough to offer individual attention for students. A student-to-faculty ratio of 9-to-1 ensures Carleton students have plenty of opportunity for interaction with their professors.
15 minutes, 2 seconds to go in our first half. It is 13-6 Carleton. They've taken advantage of a couple of turnovers here. That's the main reason why they have the lead. They scored points off those turnovers. 3 total. And they're up here by 7. As the Cobbers will have it, moving right to left on your radio dial. Jogging the ball up is Johnson. They get it top of the key. They had the big fellow way away from the basket that time, trying to open up that lane so they can get some action that way, right? They've shot a few threes here in the first half and have not been successful except one time. Here's a shot that might have been a travel. A little shuffling of the feet by Noah Christensen, but he gets the little dump off from about 2 feet away. 13-8. Carleton, 14:24 to go. Miles Fritsch in the game. He's from Eden Prairie, a senior for Carleton. Gets it to Getz at the top of the key. Couple of dribbles by Getz. Fakes the handoff. Now Banovitz gets the ball, kicks it in the corner. Sweat for three. It's in and out. No good. Rebound Fritsch back to Sweat. Sweat gets it out front to Getz. Getz goes in the lane, kicks it in the corner. Banovitz for three. It's no good. Rebound taken out by Fritsch. Gets it out to Banovitz. Now top of the key Harris. Harris looks to dribble, penetrate, kicks it out to Fritsch. Now in the corner, Sweat for three. It's no good. Rebound tipped around by Banovitz and finally taken down by the Cobbers. Boy, they had enough opportunities. They couldn't cash in. Here's a shot from 10, and it's good. Rowan Nelson, the young man who has the triple, got the 15-footer there, and it's 13-10. So the within one possession are the Cobbers. As Fritsch dumps it off to Getz. He's at the free throw line, extended left. Underneath Banovitz, wide open layup. There was interference with the basket. That was not called. I mean, I didn't think you could put your hand in the netting. Shots up. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Harris. Harris, that was a wide open bunny that Banovitz did not make. Here's Sweat for three again. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Rowan Nelson. And Coach Mormon tells his guard, Matt Johnson, to slow things down here. 13-10. They don't want to get into a track meet with Carleton, who can run really well. Pass goes on the right wing for three. Bang! At Nelson again. They need to get somebody with a hand in his face, does Carleton. Rowan Nelson, red hot here early. We're tied at 13. As Harris goes baseline, here's a three that's an air ball. Sweat puts up and in. Another wide open shot for the Cobbers. And Carleton decides to take a timeout here with the score. Carleton 15, Concordia 13. This is Carleton Night Basketball on
Carleton
KDHL.
ranks number one among baccalaureate colleges in the number of alumni who have gone on to earn academic doctorates since 2007. Approximately 57% of all alums go on to graduate school within 5 years of graduation, and 21% of alumni go directly to graduate school in the fall after their graduation. It's another reason why Carleton develops lifelong learners.
It's 15-13. Carleton leads with 12 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. 3-point baskets, 1 for 7 is Carleton, 2 for 5 is Concordia. Cobbers are shooting 55.6% from the field. Carleton is shooting 50%. Holding up 0 is Jackson Jungla. He's a 5'11 senior from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Went to St. Cloud Cathedral. He'll dribble to his right, then to his left. Passes it on the left side. Carleton has a... Let's see him. Fritsch is on the floor along with Sweat, Gibbons, Harris, and Coling. And the Cobbers have Jackson on the floor along with Jacob Cook. Nelson, the hot man, is sitting on the bench right now. Underneath, shots up, under the basket, scoring is Jacob Cook, 6'6". As they put on some pressure here, do the Cobbers. With 12 minutes to go in the first half, we're tied at 15. Luke Harris dribbles to his right, goes baseline, and we're going to have a foul called on the Cobbers. The Jungla gets called for the foul. Harris looks to inbound the ball. Well, there's quite a shove in the back of Gibbons that time. Shots up by Harris is blocked by Cook. Coming back the other way is the Cobbers. They can get their first lead in the lane. Shots up, layup is good. Jackson Logie scores on the layup, and it's 17-15. Cobbers have their first lead with 11:36 to go. Harris to Fritsch. At the free throw line, it's Coling. Here's a three by Harris. He missed it. Carleton just can't hit the threes. Gibbons gets the rebound and then throws it right into the hands of the Cobbers. He's falling out of bounds. Coming flying up, Jungler gets it on the left wing. Now top of the key three, and it's good. A transition triple by Zach Jackson, and it's 20-15 Concordia. Miles Fritsch will bring the ball up. Between the legs dribble. Now he's in his right hand. He'll hand it off to Harris. Over to Sweat. Sweat looks, gets it to Fritsch. Fritsch shoots the three. It's good. Boy, Carleton needed that. They have been struggling from Trey here today. It's 20-18 Cobbers. Ungelich passed it in the corner for three. It's no good. Rebound yanked down by Sweat. Sweat will throw it ahead to Harris. Harris in front of us, dribbles to his right where it says MIC. There's a big C in maroon with gold trim at the middle of the floor here. The Cobber logo. Harris trying to find somebody, gets it out front to Sweat. There's 14 seconds on the shot clock. Fritsch bounces it to Gibbons. Gibbons in the lane, goes up, misses the shot, lots of contact, no call. Sweat gets the rebound, and we're going to have a foul called here, I think, on the Cobbers. It's on Jackson, I think. You said second, but there's only one on the board. Banovets catches the ball in from the out-of-bounds Gibbons. Gibbons shoots the three. Bang! And the Cobbers trail again, 21-20. Carleton got the lead back. Again, really good spacing on the floor here for the Cobbers. I love their movement. They have a guy standing in the corner, but they got mostly movement on their offense. Looking to dribble penetrate. He gets in the lane, shoots the shot, and they're going to have a foul called on Carleton. Matt Johnson going to the hole, the 6'1" senior from Fergus Falls. Went to U of Mary. Johnson's leading scorer on this team. Averaging 16 points a game. And he makes both free throws. Gets the free throw a lot. 84% free throw shooter. Coling goes down the lane. Layup is good, and he's fouled. Has a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Foul call on Logie. So Coling will go to the free throw line. He's from Ann Arbor, Michigan. There's number 20 on the back of his uniform. He's only a freshman. Sam makes the free throw. And it's 24-22 Carleton. In Concordia, coming flying up the floor. They get a top of the key, lob it underneath. A nice post-entry pass, ends up in a missed basket. Getting his miss, trying to go back up, and he does, and scores, is Logie. We're tied at 24. In the game for the Carleton Knights is Gabriel Cummings. He's a 6'2" sophomore from Long Beach, California. Banovets out front to Fritsch. Fritsch calls for a screen from Banovets. He gets open, goes in, and makes the layup. 26-24. I don't think Coach Bauman's real happy with a lot of these layups Carleton's getting. Boy, they really are running their offense well. 26-24 Knights. Cobbers are right there, though. And I told you this would be an even-Steven game. There's Cobbers in the corner, faking the three, going in, shooting a little finger roll. For the Concordia Cobbers was Jacob Cook, 6'6" sophomore. Cummings between the legs dribble, hands it off to Fritsch, over to Coling. Coling back to Fritsch, fakes the three, Dribble penetrates, throws it right into the hands of a Cobber. Jungler steals it left side. It's going to be an easy layup on a fast break by Jacob Cook. Well, the Cobbers can run too. 28-26, Concordia has the lead. 8:11 to go here in the first half. Gibbons rifles it out front to Cummings. Banovets gets it back to Cummings, back to Banovets. He can shoot the three, and he missed it. Rebound's taken down on the move. Johnson passes it on the right side to Cook, lobs it underneath, post entry, a reverse layup is good. And they just out-quicked him. Jackson Logie scores, and it's a 4-point Cobber lead, 30-26 with 7:40 to go in the first half. Coling out front to Fritsch, gets it to Banovets at the free throw line, turns to face the basket. He'll deflected ball, and they say it belongs to the Cobbers. It'll be a turnover by Carleton. So it ends up in the first turnover, or not the first turnover. They had a turnover that ended up in that last basket, didn't they? So Carleton now has 3 turnovers. They're the 4th best team in the nation when it comes to fewest turnovers. But they got 1 more than Concordia now. Concordia got 2 early. It's 30-26. Cobbers lead it. And back in the game is Noah Christensen, the 6'10 junior from Campbell, Minnesota. He has the ball on the block, wants to go. He gets it in the corner. There's a 3. It's rimmed out. And I think Christensen is going to get called for an over-the-back call. And he was. Shaking his head there, but Sweat will inbound it here. Chuck Sweat on the floor along with Luke Harris, who's back. Matt Banovets, Gabriel Cummings, and Spencer Getz for the Carleton Knights. Getz coming off a 14-point effort on Wednesday. He's more known for his defense. Another turnover by Carleton. Pass comes to Johnson. Johnson shut off nicely by Harris. Now they get it on the wing. Great move to the basket. It's a block by Banovets of a shot taken by Jungler. Now good chest pass to Banovets in the lane. He wants to attack the rack, and he'll get to go to the free throw line, I think. Foul's going to be on Christensen, his second. So at the free throw line is Matt Banovets. Matt, the senior, 6'7", from Minneapolis, went to Holy Angels. Oh, he's as cool as the other side of the pillow. He doesn't let anything get him either, and gets pretty physical sometimes inside and doesn't seem to let anything bother him. Lets it roll off his back as he makes the free throw, and he'll have another. Wish I was more that way. 6 minutes, 34 seconds to go in this first half. It's 30-27 Concordia. As Banovets hits the second. Time with the lead is about even. I'm not a big fan of that stat, but it's about even. As out front with the basketball is the Cobbers. Johnson has it. Dribbles to his left. Here's a long triple. My word. Jongala hits the triple from way downtown. He hit that one from Fergus Falls. 33-28. Cobbers have their biggest lead. As Harris has it out front, dribbles to his right off the screen of Getz. Will bounce it to Getz. Getz trying to gather it, almost lost it, gets it to Banovets. Banovets in the corner, Cummings for 3. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Cook. And the Cobbers can extend their 5-point lead. Jongala just hit that triple. No look pass underneath. Layup is no good, and a foul on Luke Harris, who fouled the big fella, Logie. Smacked him in the head. After he got done, he went over and said, sorry about that, big guy. And Logie says, I've been hit in the head before. 33-28. Cobbers have really good balanced scoring here as he misses the free throw. Nelson's got 8 points. Logie's got 7. Cook's got 6. And 4 for Christensen. So great balance here by the Cobbers. And he makes the second one. 34-28. Concordia leads it here. We're in Moorhead, Minnesota. Luke Harris, the logo, bounces it to Getz, gets it back. Boy, they really they had 3 guys making sure that he wasn't going to go down the lane, and Gibbons hits a triple. As Johnson brings the ball up. Looks like the Cobbers are trying to up the tempo here just so they could beat that defense down the floor. Here's a shot under the basket again by Logie. He's got 10, and it's 36-31. Harris has 6. Gibbons has 8 to lead Carleton here in the first half. Sweat right side to Gibbons. He'll shoot another 3. That one's no good. Rebound taken down by Logie. Logie will pass it ahead to Johnson. Johnson head up, brings it across the C logo, dribbles to his left. Ball's nearly stolen by Gibbons as he tried to get it to Rowan Nelson. And inbounding it to our left at the end of the tables across from the scorers table. I'm the only one sitting here. We got like 6 tables set up here. I'm the only guy here. Kind of lonely over here. Cook's going to check out, and coming in here for the Cobbers is Sam Sensky. He's a freshman, 6'6" from Glendon, Minnesota, went to Hawley. Pass comes in from Jackson. Here's a triple left side. Bang! Sensky comes in right off the bench and hits a triple, and it's an 8-point biggest lead of the day for the Cobbers. Carleton has given up 39 first half points, and there's still 4:39 to go. Pass comes underneath. They get it in the corner. Here's a 3 by Coling that's good. Looks like Carleton, who's one of the top scoring teams. Remember, Concordia is number 1 in defense. Carleton's number 2. Not looking like it right now. Both teams might be around the 40s. As he went up with a shot. Here's a shot. Another triple. And a timeout taken by the Cobbers right after the triple. Boy, Concordia. I think it was Sensky who hit another one. Nope, it wasn't Sensky. No, I'll catch who it was in just a moment. 42-34 Concordia. They take timeout. It's just a 30. Matt Johnson hit that triple. Zach Jackson got the assist on that last play. .67% shooting for the Cobbers, and they're 6 of 11 from three-point range. They had their biggest lead, 8, 42-34. Carleton in need of some points, and we still got 4 minutes to go in the half as Gibbons goes in, gets the layup, and there's going to be a foul called on the Cobbers. There's a chance for a three-point play. It'll be on Sensky his first, so Alex Gibbons will head to the free throw line. Makes the free throw to make it a three-point play. Gibbons averaging 9 points a game, 4th best on the team. As the Cobbers moving right to left on your radio dial. They've really had good spacing on the floor here in the first half. Had some good post-entry passes. Obviously, you've hit some threes. There's another triple. It's an air ball, but it's picked up and put in, and there's going to be a foul called on Coling as Logie. Maybe it was a pass. I guess it looked like a shot to me. But Logie will go to the free throw line as Coling, the freshman, gets his second foul. And checking back in for Concordia is Zach Jackson, the 6'2 junior from Lester Prairie, Minnesota. Taking a seat is Sam Sensky, the freshman from Glendon. And the free throw is good by Logie. back up to an 8-point lead. He's got 13. Luke Harris brings the ball up. He's stuck on 6 here. Gibbons dribbles to his left, hands it off to Coling. Harris for 3. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Logie. Coming flying up the floor is Concordia. Johnson transition 3. Nope. Passes it in the corner. Full speed shot. Zach Jackson. It's a 10-point Concordia lead, their biggest of the game with 3:09 to go as Harris hands it off to Gibbons. They've done a great job as the Cobbers shutting down Harris's dribble penetration. He's so good at getting in that lane. And now he got knocked down as he was running on the baseline. Coling drives one way, then the other. We have a foul on the Cobbers. Slapping the floor in disgust is Jackson. He thought he had a turnover there. So Coling will go to the free throw line. Cobbers are in the bonus. Next foul, I should say Carleton is shooting in the bonus, and the next foul, and Cobbers also will be shooting with fouls. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. It's 47-37, Concordia. Coling swoosh, the freshman from Michigan. Cobbers almost have 50 points with 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Man, oh man. And of course, Carleton's on the doorstep of 40, and these are the two best defensive teams in the league, according to the stats. Pass goes in the left corner. They get back out front. Cobbers going right to left on your radio dial. Pass, free throw line extended. Johnson gives it up, gets it back. Top of the key. 11 seconds on the shot clock. He'll dump it off for a layup. Wide open Logie layup. And it's 49-39 as Getz brings the ball up, hollers out of play, dribbles to his right. A 10-point Cobber lead. Banovet swings it on the left side. Coling out front now to Gibbons. Slapping at it. The Cobber as Gibbons behind the back dribble gets it back out front to Harris. Harris being guarded by Cook. Gets a screen. Harris with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Spencer Getz has to throw up a shot. He made it from just inside the 3-point line. It's 49-41. Wow, that was right at the buzzer. And I mean, he was forced to shoot it because the clock was winding down. Johnson again on the baseline. They're getting anything they want in the post. Logie gets another layup. Coach Kershaw might need a timeout here. They've got to shut off that or it's going to be a long afternoon as Harris gets fouled as he was trying to dribble penetrate from the baseline. And I think they called the foul on Rowan Nelson, and they did. So Luke Harris will go to the free throw line. One of the reasons he's the second leading scorer in the MIC is he does get to the line. On the season, 74%. This is his 100th free throw of the year. As he makes it, he'll have another. If he makes this, it's back to an 8-point deficit for Carleton. Minute 29 to go in the half as he missed the second one. Rebound taken on by Logie. Carleton dominated glass early. They haven't lately. Inside the lane. Pass kicked into, oh my, they just called a blocking foul on Getz. It looked like an offensive foul. Coach Kershaw is like, I don't believe it. He left his feet. Typically, if you are stationary and a guy leaves his feet, the foul's on the other guy, but the official obviously didn't see it that way. So at the free throw line is going to be Nelson. He's a 64% free throw shooter on the season. He's their second leading scorer at 13.5 a game. Logie averages just under 13 at 12.8. For Carleton, Luke Harris is averaging 21.3 as he missed the free throw. Rebound, Coling had it. Getz ends up with it. Minute 18 to go. It's 51-42. First half. They're on pace, the Cobbers, to get 100 here. As Harris dribbles to his left. On a chest-high dribble, gets it over to Gibbons. Guarded by Cook. Backs up, gets it back to Harris. There's 9 seconds on the shot clock. Harris wants to get in the lane. He does. He just throws it up as he's falling down, and they're going to call a foul. Coach Bauman's like, really? Okay. They're going to call a foul on Cook. So Harris will go to the free throw line. He made one of those circus shots against Hamlin on Wednesday night. It was, oh man, that belonged on ESPN. He was falling down and he throws it up and it went in with a little reverse action. The English he puts on the ball is incredible. Makes the free throw. I'll bet he's a good pool player. Cool hand Luke Harris. Made them both. 51-44. Carleton wants to win this game, and of course they do. They have to get the free throw line more. Cook out front dumps it off to Logie. Spins to his right, hands it off. Here's a triple. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Banovitz. Shot was taken by Belka. Peyton Belka in the game. Harris in the lane, goes up under the basket, missed it. Point blank miss. Tried to throw it over the rim. Coming back up the floor is Johnson. Coach Bauman saying slow down. Johnson says, I got you. 26 seconds to go in the half. There's about a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson just dribbles at the C logo. He's got Cook to his left. He gets it to Cook, swings it on the left side. Now they get it back top of the key to Logie. Logie's going to hand it off to Johnson, and he throws it out of bounds. You can tell he's upset. He slams his thigh on that one. Carleton's got plenty of time to maybe get a triple here and get to within 4 points. Gibbons will inbound it. Concordia is going to put on some full court zone pressure here, it appears. Make them, as Harris just single-handedly dribbles down the floor, goes in the lane, and they call him for traveling. Well, he bumped into a guy, and that's what caused him to travel. 51-44. There are 3 seconds to go. Cook passes it into Johnson, and he travels as well with 1.1 seconds to go. He got sandwiched by Gibbons and Banovitz right in front of us. So a travel and a travel. And now the officials are discussing something here. Oh, where they're going to have Carleton inbound the ball. So at the end of the table to my right, Harris will inbound the ball with 1.8 seconds to go in the half. A 3 makes it a 4-point game. So Harris, they got a man on the inbounds passer, and that's Logie, the 6. Well, it's not going to get a shot off. Ball was deflected and it rolls out of bounds, and that's the end of the first half. Wow. The 2 best defensive teams in the MIC, and the score here at halftime is Concordia 51 and Carleton 44. We'll take a look at the first half stats during our Federated Insurance Owatonna halftime report. You're listening to Carleton Night Basketball on KDHL. Again, the score, Concordia 51, Carleton 44 at the half.
Since the turn of the century, Federated Mutual Insurance Company and many of our employees have called Owatonna home. We work hand in hand with our neighbors through giving, volunteering, and focusing on community initiatives. We invest in this community because we love to see opportunities and advancements, such as the new high school and the downtown developments. We enjoy seeing the citizens of our great community continue to grow and thrive. And above all, we are proud to be part of Owatonna's rich history and all that Owatonna has to offer.
The Carleton College academic environment is undeniably rigorous and challenging, but it's also uniquely supportive. Instead of competing, students embrace a spirit of collaboration. Unlike most colleges, Carleton has 3 10-week terms per academic year, fall, winter, and spring, which allows students to focus more completely on their classes. Another way that Carleton develops leaders.
Every part counts at Amesbury Truth, and the most important one is the part you'll play when you join their team. As the leading provider of window and door products in North America, Amesbury Truth has a part for you. Right now, they're hiring. And those positions come with competitive wages, benefits, and plenty of opportunities too. So you never stop growing. Isn't it time you open the door to a career at Amesbury Truth? Get details and apply online at atcareers.com or amesburytruth.com/careers.
It's halftime. Federated Mutual Insurance brings you our halftime report with the Concordia Cobbers here in Moorhead, Minnesota, feeling right at home in their field house, Memorial Fieldhouse. They have a 51-44 lead on Carleton. 51 points and a half. Carleton's 44 isn't exactly low either. Coming into this game, the Cobbers had given up the fewest points per game, and Carleton was number 2 in the league. And it's looking like an offensive game. Both teams kind of switched their roles early on in the game. Carleton dominated glass, got whatever they wanted inside. Cobbers made a really nice adjustment to shut off Luke Harris's dribble penetration. I mean, when he puts the ball and he gets into the lane, they've got 2 or 3 guys ready on him. So Carleton will have to make an adjustment on that. Maybe not have him penetrate quite as deeply and get some more cuts to the basket. I don't know how they're going to adjust or not. And the Cobbers, obviously, they just want to keep doing what they're doing. Up 51-44. They're shooting 69% from the field. Wow. Carleton shooting 50%. 3-point range. Just one more 3 for Concordia. It seems like more because they're shooting 50%, but they have just one more 3 than Carleton. 6 threes for the Cobbers and 5 threes for Carleton. Carleton has attempted 16 and 12 for Concordia. At the free throw line, Carleton, that's what's keeping them in it. They're 9 of 10 from the charity stripe. Concordia is 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Turnovers, Carleton 5 in the first half, 4 for Concordia. They had 2 very early. Points off turnovers, 5-3 in favor of the Cobbers. Rebounds, 13-11 in favor of the Cobbers. Remember, we told you Carleton was the best rebounding team in the MIC. Early on, they dominated glass, but boy, did the Cobbers make adjustments there. Offensive rebounds, 4 for Carleton, 2 for Concordia. Carleton averages double-digit offensive rebounds per game, and it looks like they may need that again here today. Defensive rebounds, 11-7 in favor of the Cobbers. Assists, 8 for Concordia and 7 for Carleton. Blocks, 1 for Concordia, none recorded here for Carleton. Steals, 3 for Concordia, 2 for Carleton. Carleton coming off a game where they had 11 steals against Hamlin. And the foul situation, 9 for the Cobbers and 7 for the Knights. Taking a look at the individual statistics for Concordia, they are led in the first half by Jackson Logie. He has 17 first half points. Then you got Rowan Nelson with 8. Jacob Cook has 6. Matt Johnson, Zach Jackson each have 5. 4 for Noah Christensen. 3 for Jangala and Sensky each in the first half. Only one guy with multiple threes, that's Rowan Nelson with 2. On the rebounding side of things, Logie has 5 rebounds in the first half. Assist-wise, 2 for Matt Johnson, 2 for Zach Jackson, and 2 for Peyton Belka. Those are the only guys with multiple assists for the Concordia Cobbers. We'll take a look at Carleton statistics as your Federated Mutual Insurance of Owatonna halftime report rolls along right after these words.
Carleton College is committed to providing a true liberal arts education, a curriculum that challenges students to learn broadly and think deeply. Instead of training for one narrow career path, Carleton students develop the knowledge and skills to succeed in any walk of life. Carleton students learn critical thinking, problem solving, use creativity and effective communication, tools to transform a collection of facts and figures into a way of understanding the world. Carleton College's faculty members are highly respected scholars, researchers, and practitioners in their field. But above all, their first priority is teaching. Every course at Carleton is taught by a professor, not a teaching assistant. and classes small enough to offer individual attention for students. A student-to-faculty ratio of 9-to-1 ensures Carleton students have plenty of opportunity for interaction with their professors.
It's halftime here at Memorial Fieldhouse on the campus of Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota. The Cobbers on top of the Carleton Knights, 51-44 here at the half. Good balance for Carleton. Alex Gibbons and Sam Colding are leading the way with 11 points each. Luke Harris has 9, 5 for Miles Fritsch. Spencer Getz has 4, 2 for Chuck Sweat, 2 for Matt Banovets. Rebounds, Banovets has 3. There are 3 Carleton players with 2 rebounds each. They are Sweat, Getz, and Fritsch. Assists, just one guy with multiple assists. Getz has 2 assists in the first half. The foul situation, 2 guys with 2 each, Sam Colding and Luke Harris here in the first half. So again, free throws are keeping Carleton at bay anyway. They're within 7 points here at the half, 51-44. Biggest lead of the first half was double digits by Concordia. Carleton had the lead early, and Concordia has had the lead late here in the half. So we'll look forward to bringing you the second half. Wednesday will be at McAllister. That's going to be a tough game too. McAllister was picked before the season to be one of the teams to beat in the MIC. St. John's and Gustavus have kind of pulled away from the rest of the league at this particular point. But McAllister's not going to be easy, just like these Cobbers aren't easy. If you were to tell Coach Kershaw that his team would give up 51 points in the first half, I think he'd tell you he wouldn't believe it. But they have 51-44. Really good job of spacing on the floor. I know I've emphasized that a lot, but it's true for the Cobbers. All those threes that they shot early opened up the inside game. They've had a lot of good post-entry passes that ended up in layups, and that's why they have the 51-44 lead. I'm trying to see if these stats, this is a different stat program than most of the MIAC conference schools have, and I'm just trying to see if there's a shot chart on here somewhere that would tell me how many layups they had. And I don't see one on here. 51-44, Concordia leads Carleton. Both teams are still in their respective locker rooms. Both teams feel they need a lot of adjustments to be made. 51-44, Concordia on top. You're listening to Carleton Night Basketball on Southern Minnesota's sports leader for over 75 years, the mighty 920 KDHL.
Carleton ranks number 1 among baccalaureate colleges in the number of alumni who have gone on to earn academic doctorates since 2007. Approximately 57% of all alums go on to graduate school within 5 years of graduation, and 21% of alumni go directly to graduate school in the fall after their graduation. It's another reason why Carleton develops lifelong learners.
Federated Mutual Insurance Company is passionate about the care and enrichment of the next generation. At the heart of our charitable focus is youth mentoring and our support of Big Brothers Big Sisters. We are proud of our employees who are currently volunteering to be a big brother, big sister, big couple, or big family, and yet there are hundreds of children still waiting for a big. Ignite your year. Empower potential today. Consider this your personal invitation to learn more about Big Brothers Big Sisters. Together, we can make a difference.
Well, the Cobbers are not back on the floor yet. Carleton is, and Carleton is the team that is down by 7 here at the half. And frankly, they're the team that I think needs to make the most adjustments. We'll see what they do here as the Carleton Knights, again, for a period of time there in the first half, was really cold from three-point range, and they ended up shooting 31%, which is not stellar by any means, but they only have one fewer three than the Cobbers do. 5 threes for Carleton and 6 for Concordia. Cobbers are now back on the floor. They will be going left to right on your radio dial. Carleton right to left in the second half, and who knows, we could have even more than a second half. These are two pretty evenly matched teams that are going at it here today at Memorial Fieldhouse on the campus of Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota, right on the North Dakota border. Of course, just a couple miles across the bridge is Fargo, North Dakota. Temperature when I pulled up, for those of you listening in very nice warm places, was 20 degrees, which is kind of warm for this time of year, to be honest. I've come up here with some pretty frigid temperatures and storms and everything else. There was some snow coming up, but not just kind of a nuisance. Light snow, then I had light rain, and then I had light snow. Looked like they got a little bit of snow up here in northern Minnesota. We had a brown Christmas down in the Fairville Northfield area. New Year's Eve, we got some snow. Just a kind of a dusting, maybe an inch. So the Cobbers, in their white, gold numerals, says Concordia across their chest in maroon. And the Carleton Knights, Carleton emblazoned across their chest in white numerals. You got a little bit of maize on their uniform there. The C on the side of their shorts. I love their hoodie warm-ups. Got some maize there on the shoulders and blue with the Knight logo, of course, there on the front. Cobbers have a maroon and gold warm-ups. No hoodies. 51-44 is your halftime score. We'll have your second half right after these words.
The Carleton College academic environment is undeniably rigorous and challenging, but it's also uniquely supportive. Instead of competing, students embrace a spirit of collaboration. Unlike most colleges, Carleton has 3 10-week terms per academic year: fall, winter, and spring, which allows students to focus more completely on their classes. Another way that Carleton develops leaders. Carleton College is committed to providing a true liberal arts education, a curriculum that challenges students to learn broadly and think deeply. Instead of training for one narrow career path, Carleton students develop the knowledge and skills to succeed in any walk of life. Carleton students learn critical thinking, problem solving, use creativity and effective communication, tools to transform a collection of facts and figures into a way of understanding the world.
Well, we get ready to start the second half. Gordy Kosfeld here at the KDHL Sports Microphone on KDHL AM Faribault, Minnesota, a town square media station. Remember, a recording of this broadcast is available on our website at kdhlradio.com under the Gamecast folder. I did have some Concordia people asking about whether this was going to be on the air. And, of course, we told them about our KDHL app. So welcome aboard. As we get ready to start the second half, Carleton going right to left and Concordia left to right on your radio dial. Matt Banavet's waiting to inbound the ball, and he does. In front of us to Luke Harris. Harris hands it off to Banavet. On the floor with Coling, Getz, and Gibbons. And for the Cobbers, they've got Jackson, Christensen, Nelson, Cook, and Johnson. Shots up, no good. Rebound, Cook. Comes back the other way. Two-hand chest pass. Johnson waves him through. Bounces it over to Christensen. Free throw line extended left. Johnson got shut off on his dribble. Cook rifles it into the far corner for three. It's in and out, no good. Rebound taken down. Three was taken by Jackson. As Luke Harris gets the ball, passes it over to Getz. Getz just underway here in the second half. It's a 7-point Concordia lead. Luke Harris out front will back up with the basketball. wants to dribble penetrate again. Anytime he dribbles, they've got multiple people there. Getz goes inside the lane. He'll stop, pop, miss it. Rebound taken down by Johnson. Johnson comes flying up the near sideline. Gets in attack mode. Nice job getting back by Getz to shut him off. Out front, they get it to Christensen. Now on the top of the key, it goes to Nelson. Nelson, who had a couple of threes in the first half, gets it on the left side. They get it on to Christensen on the block, guarded by Coling. He's going to take the freshman himself, kind of leans into him in the right wing. Now they get it back top. Oh my, that's from way downtown and nearly the logo. Rowan Nelson from the logo hits the triple. He's got 11. And it's a 10-point lead again for the Concordia Cobbers. Wow, that was from about the logo. Pass in the corner. Banovitz, step back three. Can he answer? No. Rebound taken down by Cook. He'll hand it off to Johnson. Johnson comes flying up the floor, passes it to Cook. He'll shoot a three. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Gibbons. Gibbons kind of stumbles as he comes up the floor. Now he dribbles to his right, top of the key. Passes it over to Getz. Getz decides to go to the basket. Nothing there. Out front he gets the ball to Gibbons. Gibbons looks to dribble penetrate. Dumps it off. Baseline. Getz scores. And that's what Carleton needs to get back to. 54-46. They got to D it up here though. Cook swings it on the right side. Gets it back top of the key. Now to Christensen. Free throw line extended left. They get it out front to Jackson, who looks to dribble penetrate. Stops, spins, throws it up off glass, and it rims in. That almost looked like a horse shot. As Harris brings it up between the legs, dribbles to his right. They're going to call an illegal screen on the freshman Coling. That'll be his third foul. As trying to get around the screen was Jackson. He ended up falling on the floor. Now they're keeping Coling on the floor with those three fouls. 17-11 to go. There's plenty of time. It's a 10-point Concordia lead. As Johnson walks the ball across the logo. Cook almost lost it. Gets it out front now to Christensen, guarded by Banovitz. The handoff goes to Peyton Belka back in the game. Johnson looks to dribble penetrate. Gets it to Belka. Belka dribbles right, shut off by Harris. Gets it to Cook. Cook guarded by Gibbons, goes in the lane, shoots the shot, missed it, gets his miss back up, and thought he might have come down and go back up with the ball, but they're going to call a foul here on Carleton. It'll be on Getz, Spencer Getz. That's his, it's on Gibbons, his second. I thought he signaled three fingers, but he signaled four, so it's the second foul on Spencer Getz. Cook's free throw is Jacob Cook, 6'6" sophomore from Clitheroe, Minnesota. And he makes the second one. I lived in Minnesota nearly my whole life. I didn't know there was such a place. Went to Ashby High School. I have heard of Ashby. So on the far sideline, a little skip in his step there is Harris. They got to get him on track. Handoff goes to Gibbons. Carleton. A nice dump off to Coling. Here's Harris. He fakes the three, goes in the lane. He can't make the shot. A little 5-footer. Rebound comes down to Christensen, the 6'10" fella. They throw it up the floor, and there's a turnover as Gibbons catches it. Gets it over to Banovitz. Banovitz goes high off a window and scores. What an angle he put on that shot. Back to a 10-point Concordia lead as Johnson walks the ball up the floor, looks to his coach. Cook has it out front, bounces it to Christensen. Christensen running through the lane that time was Rowan Nelson. He didn't get him the ball. Here's Johnson for three. It's good. Johnson hits the triple. He's got 8. And with 15:43 to go, it's back up to a 13-point lead. 61-48 Concordia. Harris hands it off. Banovitz out front to Gibbons. Now Getz at the free throw line. Getz running baseline. Harris missed the layup, but he's fouled. No, he said they had to get more cutters, and that's what they've been doing here. But on the defensive end, Carleton has got to figure out a way to stop the Cobbers. Concordia has been very efficient on offense. My, oh my. They are shooting a blistering 65% from the field still. As Harris makes the first free throw, we'll have another here. Luke's a 74% free throw shooter. Banovets is 89%, and he has not had any free throws. Or many. As Harris's free throw is good. Swish. Back up to an 11-point lead, or down to an 11-point lead. Good ball movement here by Concordia. Ball never touched the floor. They ringed it around. Here's a three by Cook. He says, you leave me open, I'll take it, but he missed. Rebound Harris. The junior from Piedmont, California. Dribbles the middle of the floor. Passes it behind him to Banovets. Banovets goes right on Logie. Goes in the lane, shoots it up over his head, misses it. Rebound is they're gonna say it belongs to Carleton. 61-50. Concordia leads it. Back in the game is Sam Sensky, the 6'6" freshman from Glendon. Sitting down is going to be Rowan Nelson, the junior from Melrose for the Cobbers. Harris will inbound it. They got Coling on the left side of the lane and Getz. Smack dab in the middle of the lane is Banovets. Way out high is Chuck Sweat in the game for Carleton. Harris looks, gets into the corner. Sweat for three. Bottom of the net. Big hoop by Chuck Sweat. Just under 15 minutes to go. It's an 8-point lead. This is the end of the floor that Carleton needs to excel in, the defensive end. Cobbers have really been efficient on offense. Cook dribbles to his left, looks to dribble penetrate. Behind the back, he'll shoot the 10-footer, miss it, rebounds his own miss, gets it on the left wing. Here's a shot from about the free throw line, and it's good. The second effort worked for Belka, the 6-foot sophomore from Rogers, Minnesota, which is in the North Metro area of the Twin Cities. 63-53. Driving to the basket, Harris. His shot hit the side of the backboard. I think they're going to call Johnson on a blocking foul here. And it's his first. So Luke Harris, we told you for Carleton to come back, they really need to get him at the free throw line. We'll get anybody at the free throw line. That's what kept them in it in the first half. They were 9 of 10. They're 11 of 12 now. 7 of 10 is Concordia. Cobbers have 8 threes and 5 for Carleton as he swishes the free throw. The junior from Piedmont, California, as checking in is Nelson. Cook will sit down. Christensen's in the game, Noah Christensen. The 6'10 junior from Campbell, Minnesota, went to Breckenridge. He was a cowboy. Harris's free throw, good. Another swish. And a timeout by Coach Kershaw, and I guarantee you this huddle, every single millisecond of this huddle, he'll be talking about defense. His team is down by 8, 14:21 to go in regulation, 63-55 Concordia. This is MIAC Conference men's basketball on KDHL.
Every part counts at Amesbury Truth, and the most important one is the part you'll play when you join their team. As the leading provider of window and door products in North America, Amesbury Truth has a part for you. Right now, they're hiring. And those positions come with competitive wages, benefits, and plenty of opportunities too. So you never stop growing. Isn't it time you open the door to a career at Amesbury Truth? Get details and apply online at atcareers.com or amesburytruth.com/careers.
Carleton College's faculty members are highly respected scholars, researchers, and practitioners in their field. But above all, their first priority is teaching. Every course at Carleton is taught by a professor, not a teaching assistant, and classes small enough to offer individual attention for students. A student-to-faculty ratio of 9-to-1 ensures Carleton students have plenty of opportunity for interaction with their professors.
14:21 to go in regulation. It's 63-55. The Concordia Cobbers on top. Logie has 17. He had that at the half to lead the way for Concordia. Carleton is being led by Luke Harris now with 13. The only guy on the floor in double figures for the Carleton Knights. Cobbers have the ball. Coach Kershaw called that timeout. Here's a three right side. He missed it. Johnson, rebound comes down to Sweat. Emphasis may have been on rebounding, too. They've out-rebounded them. Concordia's out-rebounded the best rebounding team in the league, and Banovets throws up an air ball. Rebound comes down to Sweat, though. Harris gets it out front to Miles Fritsch. He'll shoot the three, and it rimmed out. Rebound taken down by the Cobbers. Coming out of there with it is Sam Sensky. And Matt Johnson, the 6'1" senior guard out front, tosses it on the left side. Belka, they get it underneath. Little spin move by Logie under the basket, and he tries to throw it into his teammate. It's intercepted. Luke Harris has it. Can they get under 8 here with a bucket? Harris dribbles to his right. Johnson's on him. He gets it to Banovets for 3. Bang! Matt Banovets hits the triple. And it's a 5-point game. They were up double digits not that long ago. Were the Concordia Cobbers. Johnson going to organize the offense at the logo. Swings it on the left side to Pelka. Now back out front to Logie. They swing it on the right side to Johnson. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Christensen swings it on the left side. Here's a 3, and it's a big triple by Sensky. The 6'6" freshman from Glendon went to Hawley. That's huge. He's got 6. It's 66-58. Banovets to Fritsch. Fritsch following that timeout. Banovets goes baseline. He goes, and they're going to have a foul on the block. Wow. Banovets was going to go in for a layup, and Christensen rejected it at the rim, and that looked like a pretty clean block. He might have got him with the body, I guess. Up top, it was pretty clean. So Banovets will go to the free throw line. Man, oh man. And we told you he's an excellent free throw shooter. It's a swish. This is one of the guys you want on the line. Gibbons is going to check back in. Getz is going to get a breather. So on the floor for Carleton, Miles Fritsch, the senior, along with Alex Gibbons, Chuck Sweat, Matt Banovets, and Luke Harris. Banovets also a senior. And he makes them both. 66-60. It's down to a 6-point lead for the Cobbers. So since that timeout, Carleton has gone on a little bit of a run here. Dribbling to his left was Sensky. They get it back out front. Christensen on the right wing. They get it top of the key. Back in the game also is Jungala. In the lane, Christensen gets triple teamed, and I thought he might have, he got fouled. Foul's called on Chuck Sweat, his second. Each team has 3 fouls, 12:16 to go here in the second half. Gordy Kosfeld at the KDHL Sports Microphone on KDHL AM, Faribault, Minnesota, Town Square Media Station, 920 AM, 97.9 FM, worldwide on the free KDHL app. Download that app on all your mobile devices. Jungala passes it in. Christensen hands it back to him. He throws up a 3. Bang! In the right corner. Swoosh. 69-60. He's got 6. As Harris brings the ball up, he's got 13 to lead Carleton. Harris dribbles to his right after going left. Now they get it to Banovets, free throw line extended right. Guarded by Christensen. They get it to Gibbons. Banovets sets him a screen, then rolls to the basket. They didn't get him the ball. Gibbons goes in the lane, up off glass, and scores. High off the window. 69-62, but if you're Carleton, you can't afford to trade baskets here. Lob pass goes into Christensen on the post entry pass. Banovets tried to steal it, but couldn't do it. It's off of him out of bounds. Getz is going to come back in the game for Carleton. Christensen's going to sit down. Also sitting down is going to be Sensky and Nelson. Logie Cook back in the game. Lob pass comes into Logie. Handoff goes to Johnson. Back to Logie right under the basket. For an easy 2. He's got 19, his first basket this half. And it's 71-62. Handoff, Miles Fritsch. Dribbles to his right. He'll pass it in the corner to Sweat. Step back triple by Sweat. No good. Rebound taken down by the Cobbers. As Nelson comes out of there with it. Concordia has really been good on the glass. Logie 3 is short. Rebound taken out by Getz. Rebounds are now 20-16 in favor of Concordia. Getz Switches to the right hand. Out front, Banovitz thought about a three. Gets it over to Gibbons. He said, I'll take the three. And bang! He hits it. 71-65. Another 6-point lead for the Cobbers. They quickly get the ball up the floor. Cook swings it on the right side. Well, you can tell it's a well-coached team. Shot from the free throw line, Jungala, and he gets fouled by, I think, Sweat. And he was shooting, so he'll be at the free throw line, and he was shooting a three, so he'll have 3 free throws. Well, actually, they called the foul on Fritsch. And he has 2 free throws. Matching his uniform number. He missed the first one. On the season, he's averaging a couple rebounds. Makes the second free throw. Averages about 4.5 points a game. Here's a three by Gibbons. Missed it. 72-65. Alex has that ability to get really hot. Cooks underneath. Stuff for Logie. Cook just came down the lane, handed it off to Logie. There was nobody between Logie and the basket, and he got the slam. And you could hear the bench. They're all on their feet for Concordia. 74-65. Back up to a 9-point lead when they had it down to 6. Handoff Banovitz for three. He missed it. It's an air ball. It's going to go off of the Cobbers out of bounds. 10 seconds on the shot clock. It was an air ball, so there won't be a new set of the clock. Coling checks in, the freshman from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Banovitz will get a rest with 9:54 to go on his 74-65 Concordia Cobber lead. They scored over 50 in the first half. Fritsch looks to inbound it. He'll bounce it in to Gibbons. Hands it back. No, he keeps it. He'll shoot the long-range jumper and score, but it's a 2, and it's 74-67. Jungla brings it up the floor. And then Logie wide open gets another layup. Just too easy. 76-67. Logie's got 23. I mean, you get it that close, he's not going to miss. There's a Sweat triple. It's in and out, no good. Rebound taken down by Jungla. Back up to a 9-point lead. They can go double digits. Johnson tries to leave it for Logie, turns it over. Sweat hands it off to Coling. Coling comes flying up the floor. Gibbons in the corner to Fritsch, out front to Getz. Getz will pass it out front to Gibbons. Now Fritsch, long three, bang! He swishes a triple. Miles Fritsch, huge bucket for Carleton. 8:59 to go, 76-70 Concordia. Logie underneath Johnson, layup good. Man, are they running their offense well. Getting layup after layup as Getz brings it up the floor. Pointing traffic. He'll hand it off to Sweat. He'll take the three. Bang! He hits it. 78-73. Well, the two best defensive teams in the MIC are trading blows on offense. It's 78-73. Johnson swings it on the left side. Jungla back out front now to Logie. Over to Johnson on the block. They try to get it to Rowan Nelson, and a foul's going to be called on Gibbons. That's his third. He was not shooting. 78-73 is the score. Carleton has one more foul to give. 3 fouls to give for Concordia. So keep that in mind with 8:18 to go and a 5-point Cobber lead. As they will inbound underneath their own basket, left to right on your radio dial. Logie got the inbounds pass from Johnson. Gets it back top of the key. Now they swing it over to Nelson. To Johnson. Johnson guarded by Fritsch goes in the corner. Now Cook has it. Cook passes it behind him to Johnson. There's 4 seconds on the shot clock. He's forced to throw up a shot, but he made it. From just inside the 3-point line. It's 80-73. Carleton can't believe it. 66% shooting by the Cobbers. 3 by Coling is an air ball. I think we're going to have a foul on the shot. Well, it's going to be on Cook, and it's not on the shot, so we won't have free throws. 80-73. Cobbers are shooting 66% from the field. They're 10 of 21 from three-point range. Carleton shooting 49% from the field. They're 10 of 29 from three-point range. Harris back in the game. Turns to go to the basket. Misses the shot. Rebound taken down by Cook. I think Sweat's going to get called for the foul here. And it is Chuck Sweat's third, and Matt Banovitz will check back in. He's the team's best rebounder, so they need him back in there. 22-17, +5 on the glass for the Concordia Cobbers. You know it was a point of emphasis because, as we told you before the game, Carleton came into this game the best rebounding team. And they got some thick guys on this Concordia team. As Cook dribbles once, shoots, misses. Rebound taken out by Harris on the long board. They cut into the 7-point lead. A little skip in his step. Harris dribbles to his left, gets down the lane, throws it up, scores! And he'll go to the free throw line. They've done a nice job of stopping his dribble penetration for the most part, but Luke, he's a wily, cool hand. He'll figure out a way to get in there, and he did. Cook's going to sit down. Christensen's back in the game. Noah, the 6'10 junior from Campbell, Minnesota, as Luke Harris has a chance to make this a 3-point play and a 2-possession game. And he does. It's a 4-point lead, 80-76 Concordia with 7:08 to go. I told you this might be an overtime game. I feel it in my bones. Logie, there's another layup. He missed it, but a foul is going to be called. Yeah, really efficient on offense. Rowan Nelson will go to the free throw line. Harris gets his third foul called. Nelson is a 6'6 junior from Melrose, Minnesota. And he hits the free throw. Second leading scorer on this team. He's a 64% free throw shooter on the season. Made the first. Averages 13.5 a game, and he made the second. He's got 13. Just under 7 minutes to go. It's back up to a 6-point lead. Handoff Fritsch to Coling. Back to Fritsch at the logo. He'll dribble to his right. Now gets it to Harris. Harris looks to drive baseline, and we're going to have a foul called on the Cobbers. Rowan Nelson was trying to shut off the baseline and fouled him. That's his third. Carleton will inbound it with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Harris under the basket. Pass it in the corner to Getz. Back to Harris. Harris fakes left, goes right baseline, goes in the lane, throws up an over-the-head shot. He thought he was going to get fouled, but no. As bringing the ball up is Johnson. The Cobbers are going to start milking some clock here, it appears. They got a 6-point lead with 6:20 to go. They're going to start shooting with under 10 seconds to go. Pass in the corner, Johnson. Gets it to Logie. Back to Johnson. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Christensen goes down the lane. Floaters up. He missed it. Rebound taken down by Banovitz. Here come the Carleton Knights. 6 minutes to go in this game. Down by 6. Harris out front to Banovitz for 3. It's no good, and a foul's going to be called as Logie tried to run around the screen from Getz, knocked him down, and Logie will get a foul called. And that'll put Getz at the free throw line. Logie's second foul. Christensen comes over, Johnson comes over to talk to Coach Borman for Concordia. Swish by Getz. Getz has 7. At 14 on Wednesday night. He missed the second one. Ball's tapped out. Miles Fritsch gets it. Thought about a 3. Getz hands it off to Banovitz. Goes in the lane, and we're going to have a foul called on Concordia. This one's going to be, think on Jackson. And it is. It's his third. So Banovets is at the free throw line. He, as we told you before, 89% free throw shooter on the season. If he makes both of these, we got a 3-point game, folks, with 5:51 to go. Banovets' free throw, good. Swoosh. Back on the floor for Concordia is Peyton Belka, the 6-foot sophomore from Rogers. Oh, the second one rimmed out, and then losing the handle on the rebound was Jackson, but he got it back. Here come the Cobbers, up by 4, 82-78, 5:41 to go. Christensen at the free throw line has the ball. Banovets pokes at it. Here's a triple left side. It's no good. Rebound back tap by the Cobbers. Gets it ahead to Fritsch. Fritsch passes it across the floor to Banovets, goes in attack mode and gets fouled. Smart play by Matt Banovets. He'll be fouled by Jackson. That's his fourth, and Banovets goes right back to the free throw line, wants to make up for the one he just missed. We said 89% on the season coming into the game. He had only missed 4 free throws all year, and he makes that one. Jungler will stop back in, and he comes in for Jackson. Jungler directing traffic out top. Here's the, Banovets missed his second one. He missed 4 all year, and he's missed 2 in this game. It's 82-79, a one-possession game with 5:20 to go. Cobbers have the ball left to right on your radio dial. Here's a 3. Had all day to set up, but missed it. That was Rowan Nelson. Rebound taken down by Carleton. Up the far sideline in attack mode goes Luke Harris. We're going to call an offensive foul on Gibbons. Gibbons was setting a screen for Harris, and they called an offensive foul. In other words, an illegal screen. That's his fourth. And it might end up who can have their best players on the floor at the end of this game, because we had a couple of guys with 4 on each team. 5 minutes to go in the game. They call it crunch time. 82-79. Cobbers. Cook gets it to Christensen. Cook just checked back in. He's out top of the key. He dribbles to his left, goes up. The shot's blocked by Coling. Here's a 3 by Johnson. Straight on, no good. Rebound taken down by Coling, and they're calling a foul under the basket, I think on, or no, they say it was off of Concordia out of bounds. Well, I did not see that. 82-79. Gibbons gets the ball from Harris. A 3 ties the game with 4:40 to go. Harris dribbles up the right sideline, hands it off Banovets. Out front to Gibbons. Gibbons bounces it to Getz. He's at the free throw line. Gets it back out front. Gibbons outside the 3-point line. Dribbles right, then left. Tries to throw it to Getz and throws it out of bounds. Four minutes, 27 seconds to go. Concordia 82, Carleton 79. Starters are on the floor for the Carleton Knights. Not for the Concordia Cobbers. Ball's deflected out of bounds. Nelson was going to pass it to Logie on the block. Gibbons volleyballed it out of bounds. Jungler will inbound it to our right. Passes it out front to Cook. Cook dribbles to his right, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson goes left. He's in the lane, gets it in the corner for 3. It's an air ball. Rebound Cook between 2 Carleton Knights, goes back up, missed it. And then Nelson puts it back and in. Well, you got to give them credit. They got the offensive rebounds, 2 of them. And they retain, well, they got a 5-point lead now with 3:48 to go. Gets, looks, goes in the lane. He spins back the other way, and he'll be fouled from behind by Cook, I think. It is, and it's Cook's third. So Spencer Getz is at the free throw line. Getz on the season is 5 of 8 from the free throw line. It doesn't go there much. 3:38 to go, a 5-point lead. He missed the first free throw. Makes this, it's a 4-point game with 3:38 to go, and if you're a Carleton fan, you need a stop. If you're a Cobber fan, you'd like to up the lead. He missed them both. Ball's back tapped by Benevitz. Harris ends up with it. Harris on the right side will skip in his step. Goes baseline, right side, will bounce it to Getz in the lane. Benevitz fakes the three. Gets it to Harris for three in the corner. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Johnson. He'll outlet it to Jungla, who's going to... he stopped in the corner. That's not where you want to be. Ended up turning it over. Getz comes back the other way, right to left on your radio dial. Getz dribbles in the paint, scoops it to Coling, ends up in Harris's hands in the corner. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Harris, who just missed a three, almost took another one. Getz is going to throw up a floater. It's no good. Rebound taken down by the Cobbers. It's intercepted by Gibbons. He'll shoot the three. It comes up short. Rebound taken down by Cook. And some missed shots here down the stretch. Not boding too well for the Carleton Knights. And the Cobbers are going to take a timeout. I guarantee they're going to milk this clock for all it's worth. There's only 2 minutes and 46 seconds left in this game. Concordia's got a 5-point, 84-79 lead. Either they're going to go quick and score with a surefire play, or they're going to milk that clock and give Carleton as little time as possible to come back in this one. What a game. I told you it'd be a good one. Concordia 84. Carleton 79. 2:46 to go. This is Carleton Night Basketball on
Carleton
KDHL.
ranks number one among baccalaureate colleges in the number of alumni who have gone on to earn academic doctorates since 2007. Approximately 57% of all alums go on to graduate school within 5 years of graduation, and 21% of alumni go directly to graduate school in the fall after their graduation. It's another reason why Carleton develops lifelong learners.
Well, if you want to look at some things, some statistics that might tell you why the Concordia Cobbers are ahead, they're a +8 on the glass, and they have one less turnover than Carleton does in this game. And Carleton's one of the best teams in the country in not turning the ball over. And they haven't turned it over a lot. They've only turned it over 9 times. That's close to their average per game. The Cobbers have only 8 turnovers in this game, and they average 13 a game. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go. Concordia 84, Carleton 79, and the Cobbers will have the ball with 23 seconds to go on the shot clock. Cook will inbound it right in front of his bench. Lobs it into the other court. As Matt Johnson will dribble it up to a volleyball attack line, swings to the left side. Jungla's in the game. Ooh, he almost traveled to Logie out front. Gets it to Johnson. Cook thought about a three. Decides against it. Wants to get closer. Drives on Banovich. Shoots off glass and scores. 86-79. Concordia. 2:19 to go. Carleton needs points in a hurry. Harris wants to drive left baseline. A foul's going to be called on Cook. That's a tough matchup for him. I mean, Harris is a bit quicker. So Cook gets whistled for the foul. That's his 4th. One more and he's done as Luke Harris goes to the free throw line, which is exactly what Carleton needs in this situation. Down by 7 with 2:14 to go. Swish. Luke now with 17 points. 18 for Gibbons to lead the way. 11 for Coling. 11 for Banovitz. Good balance again. Getz has 7. 2:12 to go. You need a stop here if you're Carleton. 86-81 Concordia. They keep scoring, they're going to win the game. It's that simple. Cook has it out front, dribbles to his left. Jungla dribbles down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Dribbling inside the lane, jump stop shot, no good. Put back up by Logie, and we're going to have a foul on Carleton on the rebound, put back by Logie. So Logie will be at the free throw line. Their 3rd leading scorer. He's a 69% free throw shooter, almost 70%. Takes a deep sigh, pulls the trigger. Good. He's got 24. He's been a load. Logie's been a load. 87-81. The two best defensive teams. And it's a high-scoring game. He made them both. Logie's going to come out here for defensive purposes. 88-81. Carleton has to score on their remaining possessions if they have any hopes of winning this. And they'll need a stop along the way. Harris brings it up the floor. He's going to dribble, penetrate, kick it in the corner. Banovets to Getz. Getz, they're taking a little time here. Gibbons in the lane, throws up a floater, misses it. Rebound, Getz had it, lost it, tried to throw it to his teammate. One of the Cobbers ends up flying and sliding on the floor. And Cobbers get a timeout. Oh, that might be it. 94 seconds to go in this one. Concordia 88, Carleton 81. Cobbers will have the ball when we resume, and we might see some full court pressure here. We'll find out. What a game.
Federated Mutual Insurance Company is passionate about the care and enrichment of the next generation. At the heart of our charitable focus is youth mentoring and our support of Big Brothers Big Sisters. We are proud of our employees who are currently volunteering to be a big brother, big sister, big couple, or a big family, and yet there are hundreds of children still waiting for a big. Ignite your year. Empower potential today. Consider this your personal invitation to learn more about Big Brothers Big Sisters. Together, we can make a difference.
Concordia is still shooting 58% for the field, 45% for Carleton. Concordia's got 8 more field goals than Carleton does, and they're up by 7, 88-81. Free throw line is what's keeping Carleton in this. They have 21 points at the free throw line to 12 for the Cobbers. 3-pointers, 10 for Carleton and 10 for Concordia. Turnovers, 10 for Carleton. They just had their 10th. Concordia has had 8. Points off turnovers are dead even at 9 apiece. It's 88-81 with 94 seconds to go in regulation. Cobbers will inbound it right in front of the Carleton bench. And yes, there is pressure put on here by Carleton. You almost have to. Rowan Nelson inbounds it to Matt Johnson, who will bring it up with Getz on him. Johnson dribbles right, then dribbles left. He'll pass it over to Cook. Top of the key, Jungala, who gets it back to Cook. There's 15 seconds. They're going to milk clock as much as they can here. Johnson almost has stolen from behind by Getz. Gets in the lane, dumps it off. He goes in, and Logie gets another layup. 90-81, Concordia. Harris dribbles to his left. He goes in, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Luke Harris. That's his 4th, and that'll probably do it. There's a minute to go. It's a 9-point game. It looks like the Cobbers are going to knock off Carleton, the defending MIC Conference champs here in Moorhead. And give the Cobbers a lot of credit. My, oh my. Super efficient on offense against the best in terms of points allowed per game defensive team in the MIC. They're up 90-81 with 59 seconds to go. Jungler will bring it up. Pass it on the right side. Johnson has it, and the foul's going to be called on Carleton. Harris will check back in here because he's got 4 fouls. They want to get his 5th. He'll be in for offense. Matt Johnson is at the free throw line. He averages 84%, percentage-wise anyway. Gets there a lot. Makes it. 91-81 Concordia. Spencer Getz will come out here for offensive purposes. Harris checks back in. Miles Fritsch on the team, on the floor, I should say, another 3-point shooter. And that one is no good. Banovets gets the rebound. There's 50 seconds to go. They need bang, bang, 3-3 real quick here. And the ball's deflected. Oh, I thought it was deflected off Cobbers, but I guess not. 91-81. Carleton just turned the ball over for the 11th time in this game. Inbounding the ball will be Rowan Nelson for Concordia. There's full court pressure. He gets it into Logie. Back to Nelson. Nelson brings it up the near sideline. Gets trapped. Throws it ahead. Also in the game is Peyton Belka, another ball handler. Belka gets it out front. Johnson dribbles to his right. There's 30 seconds to go in this game. It's a 10-point lead, and Carleton waited too long really to foul there. Johnson will go to the free throw line. That's the guy they want there. 84%. Best on the team is Belka. Another reason why he's there, 90%. Though the free throw is good. And the Cobbers are going to win this game. They're going to improve to 4-3 in the conference. Carleton will drop to 4-3. Cobbers will be 8-4 overall, and Carleton will drop to 7-5 on the season as he hits the moat. Johnson with 15. Harris goes in for the easy layup. He's got, well, they don't have his number on the board right now. Pass goes in the corner, 15 seconds. Carleton's not going to foul. Your final score is going to be 93-83. 93-83. The Concordia Cobbers, super efficient on offense, outscore the Carleton Knights today, 93-83 in Moorhead, Minnesota. We'll have your wrap and a look at all your stats. Wow. 93-83. Cobbers with a big
The Carleton College academic environment is undeniably rigorous and challenging, but it's also uniquely supportive. Instead of competing, students embrace a spirit of collaboration. Unlike most colleges, Carleton has 3 10-week terms per academic year: fall, winter, and spring, which allows students to focus more completely on their classes. Another way that Carleton develops leaders. Carleton College is committed to providing a true liberal arts education, a curriculum that challenges students to learn broadly and think deeply. Instead of training for one narrow career path, Carleton students develop the knowledge and skills to succeed in any walk of life. Carleton students learn critical thinking, problem solving, use creativity and effective communication, tools that transform a collection of facts and figures into a way of understanding the world.
Well, your final score again, 93-83 Concordia. The Cobbers winning the game were led by, they had really good balance, 27 points from Jackson Logie. This is what I mean by being efficient. He was 11 of 14 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds to go with his 27 points. What a game by Jackson Logie for the Concordia Cobbers. Logie, the 6'9" sophomore from Donnelly, Minnesota. And those are off the bench. He did not start the game. $17 for Rowan Nelson. He also had 8 rebounds. 10 for Jacob Cook, who had 7 rebounds. 15 for Matt Johnson, their point guard, who had 4 rebounds. He also had 4 assists. Zach Jackson had 3 assists. 2 assists each for Jacob Cook, Jackson Jungala, and Peyton Belka. And so they had 15 assists on 35 field goals. Carleton ended up with 11 assists on 25 field goals. Each team had 10 threes in this game. Shooting percentage, 59% for Concordia. Final score is 93-83. They got on this score sheet 95-81, which isn't right. I'm looking right at the scoreboard, and it says 93-83 is your final score. 45% shooting for Carleton, 59% for Concordia. Cobbers 40% from Treyland, 32% for Carleton. Free throws, that's what kept Carleton in this game. They were 21 of 27 from the free throw line, and Concordia was 15 of 20. Rebounds, though, one of the differences. A +7 on the glass for the Cobbers against the best rebounding team in the MIC coming into today. 25 rebounds for Carleton and 32 for the Cobbers. Typically, Luke Harris is a real good rebounding guard, and he was again today, but he led the team in rebounds with 6. Spencer Getz had 5. Alex Gibbons had 2. Matt Benovitz had 5. 4 for Chuck Sweat and 3 for Miles Fritsch. Spencer Getz and Alex Gibbons each had 3 assists. Matt Benovitz had 2. No blocks by Carleton, it says here. There was 1 block by the Concordia Cobbers. In your final score, 93-83, Concordia wins this one, as the Carleton Knights were led by Luke Harris's 23 points. That's 2 above his average. Alex Gibbons had 18, 11 for Sam Coling. Matt Banovitz finished with 9. Off the bench, Miles Fritsch had 8, 7 for Spencer Getz, and 5 for Chuck Sweat off the bench. 13 points off the bench for the Carleton Knights. And, of course, with that 27 from Logie, they had 42 points off their bench. Wow. 42 points off their bench to 13 for Carleton. Need I say more? In the Carleton Knights, next action will be Wednesday at McAllister. We'll have it for you here on KDHL Radio. We'll get underway about 6:45, a 7 o'clock tip-off. That's not going to be an easy game either. McAllister very good. The Concordia Cobbers get to play St. Olaf next. Yep, another Northfield school, and they'll be in Northfield on Wednesday to take on the Olies. A 7:15 tip-off. Next Saturday, this Concordia team is at St. Scholastica in Duluth. Next Saturday, we'll be in Winona as Carleton takes on St. Mary's. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast here today. Not a great outcome, obviously, for Carleton Knight fans, but Concordia fans are relishing this. 93-83. It snaps a 4-game losing streak. I told you they'd be hungry coming into this. They were not only hungry, they were super efficient in this game. Final score for the final time for Memorial Fieldhouse on the campus of Concordia College in Northfield, Minnesota. Oh, by the way, our broadcast is service of Amesbury
Every
Truth.
part counts at Amesbury Truth. And the most important one is the part you'll play when you join their team. As the leading provider of window and door products in North America, Amesbury Truth has a part for you. Right now, they're hiring. And those positions come with competitive wages, benefits, and plenty of opportunities too. So you never stop growing. Isn't it time you open the door to a career at Amesbury Truth? Get details and apply online at atcareers.com or amesburytruth.com/careers.
Amesbury Truth is joined by Federated Mutual Insurance Agency. They brought you our halftime report. And Carleton College as well brings you our broadcast here from the Fieldhouse in Moorhead, Minnesota. Till next time, this is Gordy Kosfeld. Have a